everybody, welcome to MATTER Apparel. This is Lacy Kirkland. I'm the creator and the founder of MATTER Apparel, and I just wanted to record a quick video and introduce myself, say welcome, thank you for being here. I hope you've checked out the different shirts and our mission and what we do and why we do it. And I also just wanted to share our history. You know, MATTER Apparel started, the concept in my mind started 17 years ago when I just wouldn't want to wear all the crappy shirts that I saw around. Honestly, I just chose plain shirts. And I thought, until I find a shirt, a t-shirt company or a clothing company that could make me feel better in wearing it, I'm not going to wear all these other ones, like the ones that say either a brand name, so now you're just a walking billboard. And if we're going to be a walking billboard, why not be a walking billboard for motivation, inspiration, empowerment, making the world better by one simple concept of, like, all I did was put on a shirt. I went through my closet and I thought, is it this one? You matter? Is it that one today? No, it feels like this one today. And there's always a way as a cornerstone of how I operate, how I've started my businesses. When I was a junior in high school, I went through one of 3 really major surgeries. And that's why I learned the whole thing, right? Because if you're sitting in a hospital bed for hours and hours and hours a day, you get to thinking about a lot of things. So I thought a lot about life. And I realized that I could be depressed and miserable and scared and unhappy. Or I could sit in that hospital bed and I could find a way. I could try to heal myself. I could advocate for myself. I could read good books. I could do things that nurtured who I am. There's always a way, right? And oddly and interestingly enough, that started, I remember my dad bought me this green shirt, green t-shirt, bold, brilliant green. And it was like a little bit heavier t-shirt fabric. And it was a sports company, so it did have their logo on it. But I was a basketball player. I loved playing basketball. So that shirt, as much as I could wear it between having to wear hospital gowns and all that, I would wear that as much as I could, and I would, any chance I got, just to feel what what it felt like to be me again. That's what it was. The shirt itself was just a shirt, but the meaning that it had behind it was that it reminded me of the basketball player that I was, of all of the cool things that I did, of who I was and who I would become and be after I got out of there, that I would have to heal. So I realized that was such a small thing. It really is, right? In the scheme of our whole world, we throw clothes on all the time and change and this, that, and the other. But if we could stop and really realize, obviously being in a hospital is an exaggerated story that most of us, hopefully, if you're lucky, don't have to go through that. But every day we go through our clothes, open our drawers or go through our clothes in our closet, and we decide on an outfit we want to wear. But the question is, what did you decide to wear it for? Did you want to feel better? Did you want to feel more empowered? Did you want to feel more attractive? Did you want to feel like a badass? Did you want to feel more sexy? Like, what was your premise? We pick these every day. And we do a lot every day, just kind of on autopilot. So the concept of this clothing brand is to be deliberate in who we are and what we do and what we put out into the world. That if we've got amazing real estate on our bodies, why not make people better? Why not leave them better than we found them? You don't even have to say hi to somebody. You can walk by them with a shirt like this one. There's always a way. And though you'll have probably no idea, in large part with most people, how that changes them or affects them, and you just have to be okay with that, you can change somebody's world. Have you ever had just a crappy day and all you wanted was to be seen or heard or understood or gotten in some way? Like, you just needed someone loving and kind to just cross your path. Like, and maybe it was somebody at a 4-way stop and they kindly waved and had you go on through. Go ahead, you can go ahead of me. Or maybe you were in line at the post office and somebody was kind, they smiled at you. Like, it's simple. And in that moment of sadness, of need, somebody you didn't even know showed up for you. It was a small thing. Those are larger gestures. But then can you imagine somebody reading a shirt that says you matter at a time when they just wanted to know they matter? Can you imagine feeling what it feels like to wear a shirt that says you matter? First of all, it's a good check for you, right? Like, it's hard to be a total butthead wearing a shirt that says there's always a way or you matter, right? Like, you gotta be a cool person and you gotta really live into it. So this is more than just a t-shirt. You can find a t-shirt anywhere. Like, if what you want is a t-shirt, there's one down the street. But if what you want is to feel good in wearing it, like, I feel good in wearing there's always a way. I'm like, yeah, there is always a way. Like, it prompts this solution focus in my head. I'm like, yeah. So it helps me, makes me feel better. But then it also helps other people, the people that I meet out in my world, in my life. You know, they might say something about it and they might never say anything, but they've been changed by it. So I hope that you will go to the store and scroll through, and there's stories about each one of these, and find one that resonates with you. Find one that helps you and supports you and who you want to be and who you are. And one that, like, when you think about wearing it, like, it feels good. And grab that one and wear that out in your world. And then share it with us. Share it with us on social media. Share it with us in emails and on our page. Tell us what it's like. Tell us how it changes people. This is a mission and a movement and a passion and a sharing of who we are. I think that we have such incredible real estate to share. We have an entire shirt space to share goodness with the world. You don't even have to open your mouth. So I think if you have such great real estate, instead of wearing a crappy shirt or a brand that is just a brand promoting their brand, why not wear something that changes the world? And I believe that these shirts do, that they can, and that they will, and that they already are.